of this August House to debate on the second reading of the bill. Member for Darul.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam sahabat sayang dan salam Sarawak Maju Makmur. Terima kasih Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker kerana telah memberi peluang kepada saya untuk turut sama mengambil bahagian dalam perbahasan rang undang-undang Distribution of Gas Amendment Bill 2024 yang telah dibentangkan oleh Menteri Utiliti dan Telekomunikasi dan Ahli Dewan Negeri bagi N27 Sebuyau Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Haji Julaihi bin Haji Narawi. Terima kasih Dato' Speaker. Ekonomi hijau merupakan strategi ekonomi yang bertujuan untuk meningkatkan kehidupan manusia dan masyarakat di samping mengurangkan masalah alam sekitar dan ekologi. Dalam ekonomi hijau, kerajaan melaksanakan circular economy dengan menggunakan sumber yang lebih efisien dan produktif dalam usaha meningkatkan pendapatan negeri atau negara tanpa perlu merosakkan alam sekitar atau melakukan perkara yang boleh menyebabkan bumi kita panas, tidak selesa dan tidak selamat untuk kehidupan manusia. Sehubungan itu, langkah Kerajaan Sarawak memperkenalkan dasar ekonomi hijau adalah sangat tepat pada masanya. Di samping cabaran global masa kini seperti iklim yang tidak menentu, pemanasan global, pencemaran oleh gas rumah hijau dan sebagainya, langkah Kerajaan Sarawak memperkenalkan hidrogen sebagai sumber tenaga baru yang lebih efisien dan bersih. Pencemaran amatlah dipuji dan disokong oleh semua rakyat Sarawak. Terima kasih Speaker. Since the announcements of the post-COVID development strategy 2030 or PCDS 2030 in July 2031 by Yang Berhormat Premier of Sarawak, we have seen the positive outcome of its implementation gaining global recognition, particularly for Sarawak efforts in environmental sustainability through the explorations of green energy such as hydrogen. The passage of the Distribution of Gas Amendment Bill 2023 has marked a crucial step for the Sarawak government in demonstrating its ongoing commitment to effective governance. It is affirmed Sarawak position in the energy sector with a primary focus on economic empowerment. This aligns with PCDS 2030 goal of fostering energy self-reliance while simultaneously driving socio-economic development, generating skilled jobs and creating new opportunities for our people. Transia Thomas Speaker, why hydrogen? Referring to the World Economic Forum 2023, said that hydrogen is the simplest and the most abundant element in the universe, has the potential to be the fuel for the future. It is an energy carrier that can store and deliver energy in a usable form. It is pure form. Hydrogen is a colorless, odorless, and non-toxic gas. It high in energy, yet an engine that burns pure hydrogen produces almost no pollution, making it the desirable source of power. In general terms, hydrogen can be used as a fuel in two main ways. It can be burned to produce heat, or it can be fed into hydrogen fuel cells to generate electricity. The good news is that once blue or green hydrogen has been produced, it has a variety of different applications. Number one, transport. Hydrogen is already used to fuel buses and other forms of public transportation, especially in Japan. It can also power freight truck and train, while hydrogen-based fuels such as ammonia can be used in aviation and shipping. More widespread use of hydrogen to power vehicles will depend on price of hydrogen fuel cells becoming cheaper and hydrogen refueling station become more common. Number 2, power generation. Hydrogen can be used for turning renewable energy sources into a fuel that can then be stored and transported over long distances. Hydrogens and ammonia can also be used in gas turbine and coal-fire power station to reduce their emissions. Number 3, heating building. Hydrogen can use potential to replace natural gas for heating domestic and commercial building via existing natural gas infrastructure. Hydrogen boiler and domestic hydrogen fuel cell require further development but could play an important role in the future. Hello. Hydrogen is currently used in a wide range of important industries processes. These include refining petrol, manufacturing steel, treating metals, and producing a range of chemicals. Translate our speaker. The core objective underlying this amendment encompass: number 1, facilitate the development, generation, distribution, and use of hydrogen as part of Sarawak clean energy transition. Number 2, establish legal provision for appointment of regulator to oversee hydrogen-related activities in Sarawak. Number 3, incorporate new offences in penalties associated with hydrogen activities. And number 4, allow the Majlis Mesyuarat Kajian Negeri to impose rates, levies, taxes, or charges on hydrogen activities through state law. Dato' Speaker, important and function of regulator. To ensure the effectiveness and success of the proposed amendment to this bill, it is essential to establish an official designated entity responsible for overseeing the comprehensiveness regulations of hydrogen supply and demand dynamics in Sarawak. The regulator is a critical entity which will enable Sarawak government to efficiently oversee and administer the sustainable growth and regulation of our burgeoning hydrogen industry. The regulator will ensure that Sarawak is well positioned as a leader in hydrogen production, distribution, and export by enacting policies and providing oversight that drive both industry development and economic prosperity. Entrusting the regulator with the function of issuing licenses for key hydrogen-related activities, which include but not limited to: number 1, hydrogen generation. Licensing will encompass hydrogen production from a variety of feedstock, ensuring compliance with environmental and safety standards while encouraging innovation and production strategies. Number 2, infrastructure development. The regulator has the right to grant permit for the construction, operation, and maintenance of hydrogen production facilities supporting the development of a robust and resilient hydrogen infrastructure across Sarawak. Number 3, storage. Licensing will include the use of facilities for safe and secure storage of hydrogens, minimizing the risk and ensuring the ability for various uses. Number 4, distribution and transport. The regulator will be responsible to oversee licenses for the distribution, transport, and export of hydrogen, facilitating seamless integration into both regional and global market, and positioning Sarawak as a prominent hydrogen exporter. Number 5, commercialization and utilization. Regulators serve the right to issue licenses for the commercial sales and use of hydrogen, which a focus on key sectors like transportation, power or electrical generation, and industrial application, supporting our transition to a low-carbon economy. Beyond regulatory responsibilities, the regulator also will take an active role in promoting economic development. This entity will work to advance the growth of Sarawak hydrogen industry by encouraging innovation, attracting investments, and enhancing hydrogen export potential. Through strategic oversight and focused promotion, the regulator will help build a robust, sustainable hydrogen sector that create jobs, bolster local economies, and position Sarawak as a key competitor in global energy transition. Mr. Speaker, the benefits of hydrogen economy for Sarawak. Hydrogen economy is set to bring transformative benefit to Sarawak. By advancing into this new sector, we stand ready not only to drive substantial economic growth of optimizing market dynamics and ensuring prosperous economy of our region, apart from continuing our constant commitment toward environmental sustainability. Please allow me to elaborate further. Number one, investment and employment opportunities. With new investment pouring into Sarawak hydrogen industry, we are positioned to create numerous job opportunities in hydrogen production, distribution, and infrastructure development, providing our workforce with skill development and long-term employment to uplift living standards and communities. Hydrogen economy aligns seamlessly with Sarawak PCDS 2030, allowing us to attract new investment, bolster local industries, and guide Sarawak toward a sustainable and prosperous future. Number two, empowering local businesses. The hydrogen economy will actively involve Sarawakian businesses in the supply chains, from manufacturing and maintenance of breeding hydrogen infrastructure. This approach ensures the economic gain remain within our border, reinforcing our economy through local-driven growth. Number three, positioning Sarawak as a leading exporter. Sarawak aspires to become a major exporter of green hydrogen to countries like Korea, South Korea, and Japan. By establishing this export capability, we will boost both state and national economic growth, positioning Sarawak as global leader in clean energy and generating ongoing revenue that benefits all Malaysians. Acknowledging the global and local concern on climate change and the importance of reliance on green and clean energy instead of fossil fuel, through this amendment of this bill will prove Sarawak's commitment in contributing to sustainable growth and prosperity through reliable and renewable energy, also making Sarawak an exemplary nation in the eye of the world, especially in Southeast Asia. Mr. Speaker, challenges and solutions. With all these wonders and benefits, they sound very convincing and futuristic. I believe recognizing the possible challenges that may be faced by Sarawak government should also be highlighted in this August House. I came across to a very interesting point by John Scott, the head of sustainability risk at Zurich Insurance Group, and I quote, "Hydrogen is clearly valuable and versatile and requires significant investment to rapidly scale up electrolyzer capacity for green hydrogen. The acceleration in the implementation of industrial scale CCUS required for blue hydrogen, and in parallel the development of new hydrogen transport infrastructure. This highlights that building a low-emission hydrogen production plant requires a high level of investment in terms of infrastructure, involvement of technologies, and also efficient governance and regulation. This is also supported by the International Energy Agency, IEA, in their statement that says equipment and financial costs are increasingly putting projects at risk. SIEA Executive Director Fasil Berol notes greater progress is needed on technology, regulation and demand creation to ensure low-emission hydrogen can realize its full potential. Dato' Speaker, the passage of this bill represents a significant step forward in Sarawak economics empowerment. By establishing clear policies for the safe production of hydrogen as a primary energy source, we are aligning with the PCDS 2030 goal and advancing our pursuit of energy self-reliance. Moreover, this legislation will drive Sarawak socio-economic development by attracting both local and international investment, creating skilled jobs, and expanding opportunities for our people. The growing awareness of the importance of green energy within the Sarawak community has also led to an increased focus on developing technical expertise and interpersonal skill, ensuring the Sarawakians are well prepared for the workforce. This contributes directly to the aspiration of the PCDS 2030 to improve household income. To bring this to a close, with Sarawak continuous commitment and pursuit of renewable energy since 2017, led by our far-sighted leader, Yang Berhormat Premier Sarawak, through various hydrogen initiatives, is shared by Honorable Minister for Utility and Telecommunication, and the criticality of establishing efficient governance on production, storage, transport, and use of hydrogen. Let us unite in support of this transformative legislation, which will definitely enhance the prosperity and well-being of our beloved state. Dato' Speaker, sebagai penutup, saya ingin merakamkan ucapan tahniah dan syabas kepada Kerajaan Sarawak yang telah mengambil langkah yang tepat dalam mengetengahkan dasar ekonomi hijau Sarawak sekaligus merangsang kemajuan ekonomi negeri ke arah Sarawak maju makmur. Saya percaya dengan pindaan terhadap undang-undang ini mampu membuka lebih besar dalam industri hidrogen di Sarawak di samping meningkatkan sosioekonomi negeri. Dengan ini, Datuk Speaker, saya menyokong sepenuhnya rang Undang-Undang Distribution Gas Amendment Bill 2034. Sekian, terima kasih.